Change what you think, feel, say, and do, and you will notice that the world around you also begins to change. Hello to all viewers of my channel. That one idea right there from Vex King's Good Vibes, Good Life is exactly what we're going to break down today. The whole concept that your internal world, what you're thinking and feeling, actually creates your external reality. So how on earth does that actually work? Okay, let's dive right in with the core concept that King calls the vibration equation. Seriously, this is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. So the book suggests thinking of the universe not as some cosmic vending machine, but more like a giant mirror. It doesn't just give you what you want, it reflects back who you are. It's mirroring the energy you're putting out there, based on the vibrations of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Now, you've probably heard of the law of attraction, right? Well, Vex King argues that there's actually a deeper, more fundamental principle at play here, one that basically powers the whole thing. So the law of attraction, that's all about using positive thinking to get to a specific goal. But the law of vibration, that's way more fundamental. It's about the energy you're constantly emitting. Here's a great way to think about it. Your vibration is your overall state of being. It's like the soil. The law of attraction is the specific seed you plant in that soil. Now, if the soil is unhealthy, that seed is just not going to grow, no matter how hard you focus on it. It's not just about thinking a few positive thoughts. It's about embodying a positive state of being. That's the real signal the universe tunes into. So the crucial point is this. Everything vibrates. I mean everything. Your hopes, your fears, your joy, they all have their own specific frequency. And according to this law, like frequencies attract like frequencies. So if you're vibrating at a frequency of, say, joy and gratitude, you're naturally going to attract more experiences that match that exact feeling. And, Vex King didn't just come up with this belief from reading a book. His own incredibly difficult journey is what showed him just how powerful this principle really is. King's early life was marked by some serious struggle. I mean, he grew up in hardship, dealt with homelessness, racism, and lost his father when he was just a kid. His reality was tough, and because of that, his worldview, his vibration was, understandably negative and low. He really felt like the world was against him. Then he stumbled across the law of attraction. And of course, he was skeptical, but he was also desperate for things to change. So he decided to put it to the test. He needed 500 pounds to go on a trip with some friends, so he focused all his energy on receiving that exact amount of money. A few weeks later, this unexpected letter arrives in the mail. And guess what? It was a tax refund check. Not for the 500 pounds he was focusing on, but for 800 pounds, way more than he had even asked for. For King, this was the moment, the light bulb moment. It was a profound realization that this wasn't just some lucky break. He saw that by intentionally shifting his internal state from one of lack to one of genuine, hopeful expectation, his external reality had literally rearranged itself to match. And that, right there, sparked his lifelong journey to master these principles. Okay, so how can you actually apply this stuff? Let's get practical and look at some simple, actionable habits you can use to consciously raise your own vibration. King outlines quite a few positive habits, but for this explainer, we're going to zero in on 4 of the most impactful ones, things you can literally start doing today. First up, your environment. I mean, think about it. Have you ever left a conversation feeling totally drained? Or on the flip side, completely energized and ready to take on the world? King says that's because energy is contagious. When you're around positive, optimistic people, their energy can actually elevate your own because you naturally start to pick up on their mindset. All right, this next one is so cool because the connection between your mind and your body is a two-way street. Feeling a bit down? Change your posture. Seriously, stand up straight, pull your shoulders back, maybe even crack a smile. There's actual research on power poses that shows a confident posture can boost your feelings of confidence and even lower stress hormones. You can literally change your mood by changing how you hold your body. The third tool is gratitude. And honestly, this might be the fastest way to shift your energy. Complaining keeps your mind focused on what you lack, and that just lowers your vibration. Gratitude does the exact opposite. It shifts your focus from what's missing to everything you already have, and that just floods your system with positive energy. This checklist is such a powerful little reminder to reframe your perspective. And finally, just take a break. In our constantly connected, overstimulated world, it is so easy to get energetically drained. Taking time to just disconnect, especially from that endless scroll on social media, is absolutely essential. Spending some quiet time alone or getting out in nature helps you reset your energy and reconnect with yourself. So, with all these tools in your toolkit, the book doesn't ask you to make some huge overnight transformation. Instead, it leaves us with a really simple, powerful, and totally achievable daily goal. And that's the ultimate takeaway. It's not about being perfect. It's just about making small, consistent progress. This single daily goal really captures the entire philosophy of good vibes, good life. By just focusing on becoming a tiny bit better each day, you are actively, consciously, and consistently raising your vibration. Subscribe to the channel and like, and also suggest your topics for future videos in the comments.